A lot of discussion, I know, not just in Ohio, but across the country, about modeling, about changing estimates of where we are. And what we have tried to do each and every day that we've talked with all of you is to tell you what we knew, what we know, and when we know it, and to get that information out to you as quickly as we can. And that's what we have been doing. We've had, I know, some questions. People are talking about the curve and how much it was flattened. What does all this mean? You're seeing that some of these estimates are changing. You're seeing, and this is the good news, that these estimates are getting certainly better. Now we say that all the while knowing that we have Ohioans who are dying every day. Dr. Acton will give you the figures, but these are tragedies that continue to occur. The death rate per day continues to go up. So why are we where we are? Why are we seeing what you've been seeing on the news the last several days? Well, first of all, let me just kind of summarize what I think all this means. First of all, it's good news. Things are not as bad as they might have been. Things are turning out so far better. And that is very, very good news. Why, though? Why are the modelers, the experts, projecting something different today than they were projecting before? The answer lies with each and every one of you. It's what you've done. Ohioans have made a difference. We've made a huge difference. I've said time and time again from this podium that it's not about the orders we issue. It's about that to some extent. But ultimately, it's what each and every one of you does and does not do. And by and large, Ohioans have done a bang-up job. We're Ohioans. We get the job done. And you've been doing that job. Why were these estimates wrong, or were they wrong? When these models were put together, no one knew for sure, because it hadn't happened, what Ohioans would do in regard to social distancing and keeping apart and staying at home. And quite candidly, the modelers didn't think we were going to do as good a job as we did. They didn't think Ohioans would do this. They thought we'd do it some, and so they had one level of compliance that they thought. We did a lot better. Now, I think I've told you this before, I'm a fan of the Back to the Future movies, Michael J. Fox. Still like to watch them. But if you recall, in those movies, there sometimes is an alternative future. If you go down one track, you go here, and things happen. You make a separate decision here, and you go down a different track. And as I recall, the movies, one of the tracks was usually a good track, and the other one was a bad track. And that's based upon what we do. And so we've hit a home run. We've done a great job. So is it time to celebrate? No. The game is not over. In the rosy scenario, the optimistic projections that you've seen in the last several days are based upon a belief and a calculation that we will continue to do the social distancing in the immediate future at the same level and do the same good job as we've done up until now. So if we continue to do what we're doing, the numbers that you have seen projected, the curve, that will continue. If we let up, that will not continue. So these are not tools where you predict the future, but they're tools that, based upon certain facts, and if certain facts turn out that way, then those results will be fairly accurate. Where do we go from here? Let me just tell you that Lieutenant Governor, Dr. Acton, and our team, all the people that you never see out here, who work literally day and night to help us to get this right. All of them now are working not just on the closures. We've done those. We got to keep doing them. But we're all working very, very hard to set a path out for us about how we come out of this, how we get back to work, how we get back to living our lives the way we want to live our lives. As Lieutenant Governor said yesterday, we're not going to flip a switch. It's not going to happen overnight. But we're working on a fairly sophisticated plan. It's a plan based upon a number of different things. We're not going to lay that out today. It's not done. It is a work in progress, but it's coming along. And in the next week or so, we're going to share that plan with you, what we know about that plan, what we've laid out, and talk about where we go once this is over, where we go after we've achieved what we need to achieve. So we're in the middle of the ball game. It's not over. We're doing well. We have to continue to push on. I wanted to give you an indication that we're working just as hard on how we come back from this as we were when we focused on stay-at-home orders, shutting down. But we need each and every one of you to continue to do what we have been doing. That's the only way we are going to get to the point where we can move forward. Every morning I get a series of numbers and reports. See how we're doing. The one I look at, or one of the ones I look at, is the hospitalizations. The deaths, Dr. Acton will talk to you about the death numbers again. They're going up per day. Every day there's more. They are a late indicator. There's a big lag time, as we know, between the time that someone gets this and the time that death occurs, if it occurs. But the hospitalization it's a lagging indicator as well, but it's also something we really keep an eye on. We're still seeing hospitalizations go up. We compare it every single day for the hospitalizations for the last 24 hours versus the 5-day average. And based upon that, we see that it is still, those admissions are still going up. But the things that we're seeing are very encouraging. As you've heard in the last several days, we're optimistic. We're very happy with where we are at this point.